Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to London. Welcome to London's Carnaby Street. Check it out. Okay, one of London's most iconic shopping streets. This is live, so if you're watching this live, it'll be a little bit shaky. I'll sort that out later. If you're watching it later, it won't notice so much. Plus I did arms in the gym this morning. So it's not just the camera, it's me as well. And I ran 5k as well. My arms, my legs, and the camera. But yeah, enough about that. I'm headed to Regent Street to an event called Summer Streets. They pedestrianised the whole of Regent Street. A little bit behind the scenes to a video I'm making for another day. That is it. But yeah, thought I'd start in Carnaby Street, which runs parallel with Regent Street. Give you a little glimpse of that. Check it out. The sign here looks incredible. It's three-dimensional. Pretty cool, huh? Even the side streets look pretty great, especially this one lit up at night. And all those light bulbs light up at night. It looks pretty cool. Okay. The street is lined with fashion shops, beauty stores. Every generation, apart from the one discovering it and using it for the first time now, says it's changed, not in a good way. Fundamentally, it hasn't. It's evolved, but it still does exactly what it did back in the swinging 60s, and that is sell fashion to the fashionable. And in all the back streets, there are coffee shops, bars, restaurants, places for the fashionable shoppers to take a break, relax and socialise. Great coffee shop up there, Department of Coffee and Social Affairs. At that end, in Kingly Court, there's 3 stories, I think, maybe 4, of restaurants and bars, pubs here. So yeah, it does what it's always done. The people that say it's changed, they're just not dedicated followers of fashion in the same way they once were. I don't want to say they're getting old, but it happens to all of us. Anyway, let's head down here. That's the back end of the Liberty department store. If we head down here, we'll come out on Regent Street. We can check out this year's Summer Street event. Yeah, as you can see, all of these shops and stores pretty much are clothing, fashion, or beauty related, and all the rest are food, drink. There's even still a couple of underground bars and clubs here. Not anywhere near as many as there used to be, but you can say that about this whole part of central London. My generation was probably one of the last to know this as the heart of clubland. The council then set about getting rid of them all. They made it harder for new ones to open and harder for the existing ones to stay open. It just wasn't a good mix. Drunk Brits and really the jewel in the crown of British tourism. Welcome to Regent Street. They've closed it to traffic, so it's pedestrian only. Check it out. like a garden party rather than one of London's busiest shopping streets. Okay, that way is Oxford Circus. This way is Piccadilly Circus. We'll head down here. There's a Lululemon bus here outside Hamleys, and they're running exercise classes in the middle of the street. Like I say, I've already worked out today. Otherwise, of course, I would. Also, one of London's iconic stores, one of the world's most famous toy stores, Hamleys. I presume Lululemon's got, if not a store stockist here somewhere on Regent Street. So I'm guessing they're all dressed in Lululemon gear. But yeah, it is architecturally one of London's best shopping streets. A lot of brands, global brands, have their flagship stores here, London flagship stores here. The pedestrianised event stretches from Piccadilly Circus. We'll head down to Piccadilly Circus up to Oxford Street. Oxford Street, Oxford Circus. The rest of it's open to traffic. It was originally built fit for a king. Well, a prince who had become a king, Prince Regent. It actually runs from where his palace was, Carlton House on the Mall, up to via Piccadilly Circus, across Oxford Street, up to Regent's Park. Eventually he demolished his palace, Carlton House, in a development called, I think it's called Carlton Terraces now, which ultimately paid for the building of Buckingham Palace, the primary central London residence of today's monarchy. We've got here Raymond Buck. The internet loves the way I pronounce that. Raymond. Okay, Shoru Ramen. They've got quite a few restaurants here. Actually, one on in Kingly Court, just off Carnaby Street, where we were. Check out videos about that on my channel. Yeah, check out this little street food market. Okay, by the looks of things, most of those stalls are from restaurants down. There's a street here just off Regent Street called Heddon Street. I'll show you. Okay, that is Heddon Street, and it goes around the corner there. It's lined with restaurants and bars. A little bit of a hidden gem, really, because people just walk straight past it. But if you go around that corner, loads of restaurants and bars down there. And most of these here look like they are names that to me look familiar from restaurants and bars that are down there. And outside Burberry here, you've got a seating area to enjoy your food. There's actually a restaurant in Burberry, which I don't think a lot of people know about. It's quite good. got some more entertainment here. Looks like a brass band of sorts. The street here, Regent Street here, curves. What do they call this? I'm no architect here. Quadrangle. The street curves around here. So you can pretty much get a straight run up there, all the way up to Oxford Circus. Here it curves around to Piccadilly Circus. Okay, a lot of the shops and stores getting involved in the event, so they've got like a little sort of mock beach party going on here. DJ and inflatables. I think that might be the end of the entertainment here. It looks like you've just got a few of the stores with pop-up trucks and seating outside, which they're not normally allowed, or well, they don't normally pay for, put it that way. Yeah, that normally, because people can't walk down the street normally, will just get trampled by the enormous crowds of people that walk down. I mean, I would imagine tens of thousands of people pile down here each and every hour of each and every day. Yeah. Keels on wheels. Let's head down to Piccadilly Circus. The illuminations are still covered up. I'm not sure when they're unveiling the new screens. Yeah, you can see the other side of the curve there. Looks like it's gonna rain up there. Okay, so I'm back at Piccadilly Circus end. The streets open up again here to traffic. I believe this runs for at least another week, maybe 2 month of Sundays throughout July. So come and check it out, enjoy some of this. If you're coming shopping, come and enjoy some of the performances, some of the street food. Yeah, welcome to Piccadilly Circus. Check out the that was and will be sometime illuminated screens. Right now it's just billboards. Regent Street actually continues down there. That is Regent Street. I think at the bottom it's called, I'm going to guess here, Waterloo Place, and then beyond that down the stairs is the mall. If you head that way, you get to Buckingham Palace. But the Prince Regent's Palace was at the end there when this street was laid out. There was a palace there called Carlton House. So the street effectively ran from what was a palace around the corner and up to Regent's Park. You couldn't afford to build it in a straight line. Too many wealthy landowners in the way. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at London's Carnaby Street, Regent Street, summer streets. It's nice being able to walk along the street without getting hit by a bus, or the risk of getting hit by a bus, taxis and cars. Yeah, and down to Piccadilly Circus. So, from Piccadilly Circus, until next time, toodles.